It's not often a game comes from the unlikeliest of places, a place previously inhabited by violence and blood. But that's exactly the house Child of Light comes from. But the question is it any good? You start the game as a girl with hair of fire, who's awoken in a land called Lemuria. Taken away from her distraught father, to go home is her desire. But the land of Lemuria has much bigger plans in store for the girl of scarlet hair. She must meet the people that inhabit the land and relinquish them of their despair. You see, the world of Lemuria has been under attack, and the sun, moon and stars have been taken by the Black Queen. Now Aurora must make her way through the treacherous dangers in a land that to her has yet to be seen. The story never delves too deep, which is a shame, for the character development needed time. But there are some restrictions to this game, as everything is spoken in rhyme. Each character will get their moment in the spotlight, with conversations to further their character development, but unfortunately it never brings you in anymore, and ultimately feels, well, for the most part, irrelevant. Child of Light is a game that takes a lot of inspiration from the games the developer saw as key, to incorporate aspects of one of their favourite genres, the one known as the JRPG. The turn-based combat is one of the best around, with a timer at the bottom to know when it's your turn. It adds a strategic element to who and when to attack, with a deeper than you thought strategies to learn. Combat begins relatively simple and at times generic, but give it some time and it will become slightly deeper, so don't just jump in with attacks barbaric, and your character won't be meeting the Grim Reaper. Your party in battle consists of just two, even when picking up more along the way. Each of them have unique abilities and spells, so there are pros and cons you must weigh. Gameplay in Child of Light is a mix between adventure and RPG as you traverse a world portrayed in 2 dimensions. Soon into the game though, you'll receive the ability to fly, and gone is the typical traversal convention. The world is portrayed in beautiful watercolour with clear inspiration from many a fairy tale. Every location is completely striking and the world seems ethereal. You're never on your own in this adventure as you're followed by an orb of light. The name is Aniculus and is always helpful through the world and in a fight. Your experience length is rather generous, mine clocking in at close to 15 hours. With plenty of side content to enjoy, extends the enjoyment of hours. The game isn't flawless, shortcomings exist. Combat never digs as deep as you may expect, and at times it questions if you should persist. But a big studio have proven that creativity still exists in such a place of AAA games. More similar projects wouldn't go amiss, rather than more of the same. Now if you saw this review as a silly novelty, then I apologise, it was never my intention. I just wanted to highlight a beautiful game that's worthy of anyone's attention.